Hey guys, it's Jean-Claude, and what deck should we go with today? Instead of just grabbing one of these from the top, let's go one down. Alright. So, I do plan on, I ripped that pretty bad. I do plan on making a video involving that OTK deck I opened up the other day, but I'm going to do it probably Wednesday morning, because Tuesday night I'm going to be going to a little place where we play some casual games, the League. I'm going to see what sort of tricks I can pick up while I'm there, and I'll let you guys know all the crazy things that it does. Alright, today's deck is Mars... Oh god. Today's deck is Mars, Brobnar, and Dis. Ooh, those are not three great houses. It's mysteriously Mechanical Shupsekh. Alright, let's see. What am I going to hope for in here? Let's see. Okay, my favorite cards, at least between Mars and Brobnar, is something like War Chest and Crystal Hive. So that'd be nice. Want some sort of mass removal like Gateway to Dis or Key to Dis that we need to find obviously inside Dis. So let's see what we have here. And obviously between these two we can need quite a bit of creatures to make something like Crystal Hive or War Chest work out. Oh, okay, the big boy. Okay, it's Yxilx Dominator. We're on Mars, 9 power, 1 armor taunt. He enters play stunned. Yxilx Bolter, 3 power, fight reap, deal 2 damage to a creature. If this damage destroys that creature, you get to purge it. Very nice. 2 of those, cool. Yxilx Megamouth, 3 power, fight reap, use a friendly non-Mars creature. Be interesting to see what we can use with that guy. And we have 2 of them, cool. John Smith, 2 power, elusive, fight reap, ready a non-agent Mars creature. Pretty good considering we already have 3 guys that can utilize an additional reap or fight effect, however you want to do it. Because you get to choose with these guys, so that's pretty awesome. I like what I see there. So we definitely want to see some Crystal Hives in here. Blip, 2 power, reap. The next Mars creature you play this turn enters play ready. Wow, these are some great effects. I am liking this Mars. God, I really hope we see a Crystal Hive. It definitely needs it. Feeding Pit. Okay, we're on to the artifacts. How many creatures? That was like 6, which is pretty good. Oh, it's even better than that. We had 7. 7 great Reaper effects. Ways to utilize other creatures. Wow, that's really good. And then a Feeding Pit here. Artifact, action, discard a creature from your hand. If you do, gain an Aember. So I like this quite a bit, especially if you know you're going to keep calling Mars across several turns. You can still free up cards in your hand by discarding a creature and gaining an Aember. So that's an excellent card. I would have rather seen a Crystal Hive, but still very good because we have some great Mars creatures down here. Oh god, and we have a Crystal Hive. Alright, excellent. If you don't know why I'm excited about this card, it's an artifact as an action for the main of the turn. Gain 1 Aember each time a creature reaps, okay? So hold on here, hold on. Let's go back through here. Why is this card so good? Well, I mean, you realize you're going to get 2 Aember each time you reap, right? But check this out. Even if we can actually use this guy to play another Mars creature, enters play ready, right? So you reap, you get the 2 Aember, you play another guy, and you get 2 Aember off the other guy. Imagine if you're putting a John Smith in there, right? Check this out. We reap with him, okay? We get the 2 Aember, and we can re-ready this guy to play another. Now let's say we drop down to Yxilx Megamouth. We reap with him, get 2 more Aember. That's what? Let's see. 2, 4, 6 already. Here's 8, okay? 8 Aember. Drop this down. Use, we don't even know what sort of creatures we have in the other houses. Use that. That's like 10 Aember right there. This is nuts. Wow. Whew. Oh my god, I can't believe we actually opened a Crystal Hive in here. 7 Mars creatures, and the Crystal Hive is really strong, guys. Alright, awesome. I love seeing that. Oh god! Oh, jeez, we have 2 of them? Oh, everything I just said, just double it, okay? Just double it. 20 Aember, 1 turn. Holy crap, that's amazing. Oh, good lord. And a Mothership support. Aember whenever you play it. For each friendly ready Mars creature, deal 2 damage to a creature. You may choose a different creature each time. That is also very good with what we have going on here. Wow, direct damage, huge reaping effects, great creatures with reap effects. This is... Whew. Wow, okay, this is the Mars you're looking for, okay? I mean, obviously if we would have got like a Zookeeper, that would have taken it up again, but you cannot complain about this Mars. And a key abduction. Wow, okay, so a way to cheat keys. We're just in 1 house already, and I'm seeing everything I want to see in a deck. Okay, Aember whenever you play it. Play, return each Mars creature to its owner's hand. Then, you may forge a key at +9 current cost, reduced by 1 amber for each card in your hand. So, obviously, we're never going to have all 7 of those creatures out, but even having something like 4 Mars creatures out. So you play this, you're down to 5 cards in your hand. So you return, you have 9. You get the amber whenever you play, it's basically 10, right? So you need to pay 5 amber. It's basically a key cheat at that point. Pretty good. Wow, okay. That is the last card in Mars. That is probably the best Mars I've ever opened. Let's see what this has for us. 5 power, it's the Terror. Play. If your opponent has no amber, gain 2 amber. Fantastic first turn play, especially if you get like multiples of these guys. Tentacus, 5 power, your opponent must pay you 1 amber in order to use an artifact. Pretty good, you can shut down some people that don't have amber, but they need the artifact early on. So yeah, I like that guy. Succubus, 3 power, during their draw card step, your opponent refills their hand to 1 less card. Okay, yeah, we have a little variety of disc creatures here, and they're all good. They all are very good at what they do. Getting amber, getting more amber, making your opponent, you know, really decide if they want to use the artifact. Lowering your opponent's hand is really good. And Stealer of Souls, 6 power. After an enemy creature is destroyed, fighting Stealer of Souls, purge that creature and gain an amber. Wow, this deck's really good so far. Guardian Demon, 4 power. Play, fight, repeal up to 2 damage from a creature. Deal that amount of damage to another creature. This guy is really good because obviously you get to keep using that effect, but 2 damage takes out so many creatures that are in like Shadows, opposing Mars decks. I mean, it's a pretty great effect. The number 2 is pretty big. Hunting Witches, I mean, the list goes on. Oh, and we have 2 of them. Wow, this deck has quite a bit of creatures and I'm loving it. And of course I said something, but wait a minute, it's not another creature, it's Lash of Broken Dreams, it's an artifact. As an action, keys cost +3 amber during your opponent's next turn. What a great stall card. I mean, even if they're able to make a key for 9 amber, they had to pay 50% more amber. They lost that additional amber just to forge a key. Great card. Dominator Bauble, wow. Artifact, action, use a friendly creature. Gongoozle, 1 amber whenever you play it, deal 3 damage to a creature. If it's not destroyed, that owner discards a random card from their hand. Once again, just an all-around solid card. Oh, and we also got the Gateway to Disc. So we do have a lot of creatures in here. There's going to be some times where you might just be willing to discard this and get further along in your deck. But those times where your opponent does get ahead, maybe you had an awkward draw, this is just a great card to always see, guys. So play it, destroy each creature, gain 3 chains. This deck is, man, it's hitting all my check marks, right? Every box is getting checked right here. Oh my gosh. Arise? Seriously? Oh, okay. Choose a house. Return each creature of that house from your discard pile to your hand. Gain 1 chain. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Sometime mid-game, late game, we got ourselves to the point where we already have 1 or 2 Crystal Hives out. They dealt with our Mars creatures like, oh, thank God I don't have to deal with those guys anymore. And then we go to a disc turn and replay Arise, and we get every single Mars creatures back. That's 7 creatures, okay? That is huge. This is so good in this deck. And there's 2 of them! Oh, freak! Oh my gosh, this deck! Oh, you know, seriously, when you first sit down and you look at these 3 houses, you're not expecting much, right? I know I didn't. Mars, brobnar, Dis. The only good house is Dis, okay? How is this deck already insane? Oh, okay, this deck is really good. Is there even another discard? Okay, there isn't, thank God. Okay, could have lost if there was a 3rd Rise. All right, now this card does not seem to go with our deck at all. It's Phoenix Heart. This creature gains destroyed. Return this creature to its owner's hand and deal 3 damage to each creature in play. So the only reason I don't say it goes with our deck is because we had so many of those creatures that were 2 or 3 power. If you look back to the Mars, so many of our best creatures are that 3 and 2 mark. And we really don't want to lose them to this. We don't want to give our opponent the option of finally destroying a creature and wiping the majority of our board. So finally we hit a bad card in the deck, but I don't even care because the rest is so phenomenal. Heck, you can still use this to your advantage simply by knowing you are going to somehow destroy your own creature just to try and wipe, you know, half of their board maybe if they already have the board advantage. So you can still use that card. Oh my gosh. Oh geez, what? Why does this deck have every card that you're looking for in these 3 respective houses? Oh my god, okay. War Drummer, 3 power, play, return each other friendly brobnar creature to your hand. Oh, please give me some play effects. Oh, jeez. Okay. Do not jinx me. Okay. We're going to act like I didn't say that. Oh, it's a War Drummer. Oh, well, you know, I'm not too excited about that. It's a fight effect, 5 power, it's Headhunter. Whenever he fights, you gain an amber. Oh, we got a Ganger Chieftain. Oh, that's so good. All right. 5 power. Whenever you play him, you may ready and fight with a neighboring creature. How fantastic is this? Please, please, please. Oh, another one. Come on. Oh my God. This deck is really good. Okay. Forget everything I said. Maybe I'm not going to play the OTK deck because I need to play this tomorrow, okay? This deck needs to be played tomorrow. Okay, I'll play both. This is nuts. Oh, that's the end of the creatures. No. Of all houses to be light on creatures, it was brobnar, but they're still really good. But check this out, okay? The next card is Gauntlet of Command. It's an artifact. As an action, ready and fight with a friendly creature. So we still get at least another fighting effect, at least on that turn that we're playing brobnar. And there are times where if we've already destroyed all of our opponent's creatures, you can still ready it and then reap with that creature, as long as it's a brobnar. Unguarded Camp, every time you play it. For each creature, you have an excess of your opponent. A friendly creature captures an Aember. Each creature cannot capture more than one Aember this way. Nice, solid Aember control. Ooh, Tremor. Stun a creature and each of its neighbors. Love that card. And there's 2 of them. Wow, this deck just has everything I'm looking for. Okay? So good. Sound the horns. Okay, so this is a way to, even though we have a light brobnar creature count, this helps us find one. Check it out. Aember, whenever you play it, discard cards from the top of your deck until you either discard a brobnar creature or run out of cards. If you discard a brobnar creature this way, you get to put it in your hand. And considering half of our creatures are Ganger Chieftains, this is really good because we're getting an additional effect just from playing the Ganger Chieftain. Loot the bodies. For the remainder of the turn, gain 1 Aember each time an enemy creature is destroyed. Now, this card is usually super powerful. It's a little bit weaker in this deck since there's only 4 brobnar creatures. The Gauntlet of Command does help out, but yeah, I mean, this should have been another creature and I would have been fine with that. Blood Money, wow. Whenever you play it, you place 2 Aember from the common supply on an enemy creature. So that's another great way to get some Aember. Okay, so all that being said, I think whenever we look back through this, we're going to see a light Aember generation, but it's totally irrelevant because the creatures are so good. The Crystal Hives are amazing, and all of these cards work really well together. I mean, they're just so perfect. It's like they were made for each other. Okay, so we're going to check it back out. This is basically almost a 5th creature in a sense. Stunning is just powerful. A little bit of Aember control here. Instead of being able to fight or ready the creature then reap again is really good. This is the only weak part of the whole deck are these 4 brobnar creatures, but they're still great creatures to have. War Drummer, we can still get some value out of him, even though there's only 3 others. And the Ganger Chieftains are always good. Headhunter gaining some Aember here and there, pretty good. Weakest, yeah, Phoenix Heart. We still can find our uses for this card. It's just something that we might end up discarding a decent amount of the time. But check this out. 2 Arises, the Gateway to Dis. So you can still even Gateway to Dis on this turn. You Arise. You're going to get 4 chains on that turn. But if you wanted, so let's get these aside. You're still going to get back 6 Dis creatures. That's if you want to play them right then and there. And these guys are good. These are creatures you want to lay down, right? You get these down on the board, and they're going to have to try and answer you immediately. They need to do something about these guys. So yeah, I like this. Very nice. So then if it survives the turn afterwards, you can start fighting, start healing, and then spreading that damage out again. That's pretty awesome. Dominator Bobble. Man, I'll tell you what I like about this. We had 2 Yxilx Megamouths. So being able to use this to reap with those Yxilx Megamouths, wow. We're going to get a whole nother reap out of that. We're going to be able to, or fight, whatever it might be. We get a whole nother use, so that's awesome. The direct damage, good. Yeah, I mean, this, wow. Just really good. And then the Mars. Holy smokes. Check this out. I mean, so we have key cheating. Maybe it'll happen. Maybe it won't. Still get the Aember. We have direct damage. The 2 Crystal Hives. Feeding Pit's actually pretty good because we had a decent amount of creatures. Maybe not so much in brobnar, but we had, so 9 other total creatures we could at least gain the Aember from and hope to find some more Mars cards if we're kind of set in stone on constantly calling Mars because of these 2 Crystal Hives. And then the Mars creatures are just absolutely phenomenal. I mean, there's so many little things we can set up to just get all these additional reaps, all these additional effects. Yeah, this deck is really good. Man, how am I going to rate this? It's light on Aember generation, but if this thing gets rolling, if your opponent doesn't come right out of the gates and they just quickly, try and Aember rush you, I mean, sometimes those Aember rush decks, they don't just take off right away. So this deck is going to have some pretty low ratings, simply because we're always looking for Aember control and Aember. It does have that little bit of Aember control, which can help you stop your opponent from making a key right, not there, right with the Unguarded Camp. The Lash of Broken Dreams, that helps out as well, kind of slowing them down, just so you can build your board presence and then be able to turn the game around, put it into your favor, and just come out and suddenly out of nowhere. So you could come up with a 20 Aember turn with this deck. So, alright guys, I want to thank you for watching my videos, and I will see you next time.